Isn't there ways to get rid of grabs or get rid of gray life like with grabs and rage art? Do grabs reduce gray life? That's news to me. Rage arts, yes, but I thought that was the only way to get rid of gray life. But that being said, it's like you can only do a rage art once per round and you don't always have it, so you know. Oh yeah, forgot about that. I mean, all her lows, none of her lows are good against Kazuya, but
get ready for the next battle.
Speaking of, you got a ducker. Oh, now you don't want to crouch. Of course. Another guy who just crouches on wake up every time. Well, that was random. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, Reina's lows overall are really bad, but I'm losing to the scrubbiest Kazuya I've seen all day. That's on me. That's on me. He showed me that he likes to crouch and I still went for a low. Mids. Whoops. Terrible punish. Anyway. Alright, maybe now we can actually have a fight. Maybe he won't just crouch non-stop this time. Oh, that was impressive. Alright, but he also likes the sidewalk after heat burst, so I'll keep that in mind next time. Look at all this gray life. That's absurd, man. That shit went so far. Oh my god. I wanted while standing 3 and just got standing 3. Okay, this is unfortunate because I don't feel like he made a single adaptation. I'm just kind of getting blown up by the shit he was doing in the first place. Yeah, he didn't adapt at all. He's just mashing harder this time and it's working. Oh my god. Let's bring it back. So my nail is like breaking and it's really bothering me and I want to go trim it, but I also can't leave after that. He might though. Okay, he did. I let him be hard-headed and win that third round the same way he won the first round. I just didn't stick to the plan, I guess. Still just crouching. All right, just back to the same plan. I was impressed for a second, but I forgot he's in heat. That was free. Damn, that didn't kill him. Whatever. That's on me. That's on me. I thought he was gonna get hit. I didn't hit confirm, but I just did it. Moron. It's too slow to interrupt. That's fair. Mids. He ain't gonna stop crouching. I think part of the problem is I went into that last round expecting him to try to make some sort of adaptation and he didn't. He just did the same shit that got him killed, except I let it kill me. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. It was good, Squire. Okay, I see. He's made one adaptation this whole set. I see what it is now. I fucking... Lotus, don't let this loser beat you again, dog. You know all his habits. You know how to punish everything he's doing. Okay, I guess... Wow, that went so far. Okay. If I lose another set, I might just get off, bruh. If I lose this set, I might get off Tekken. I'm gonna be really disappointed in myself. I just let the nigga stand in my face and do twin pistons for no reason. I'm so disgusted with myself. Come on. I low parried that shit, man. He does the same thing every fucking time. I'm so disgusted. Oh my god. Bro did electric into while standing too. Oh, why do I let people play like this? Okay. Interesting, to say the least. Okay.
Nothing amazing happens here. Everything is ordinary.
boy. Zonko, thank you for the 19 months. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome back.
Get ready for the next battle.
Losing to people like that lets me know just how bad at fighting games I really am, and how much harder I have to work, and how much further there is left to go. I'm like so hard on myself with the types of players I lose to. I take it so personally is not correct, but for lack of a better word, I guess I expect a lot better of myself. Have you said your piece on the Luka trade yet? Only 1,000 times. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch him play tonight. Let's take a. We're just gonna take another breather before we jump back in. I don't actually want to get off the game. I do want to get off, but I shouldn't. I shouldn't let a loss like that deter me from playing the game. Even though, well, there's two ways of looking at that. On one hand, I'm clearly very frustrated, but that's why we can just take a small break and get back to it. But, so anyway. Give yourself some credit. Nah, I don't really think I deserve much. You can just send stuff here on Twitter. It doesn't really matter where. Dragon Ball FighterZ flashbacks. It's not as bad as it was in DBFZ because I was genuinely a lot better at Dragon Ball FighterZ than I am at this game. So I was much more upset with myself in DBFZ when I lost to certain players compared to in this game. In this game, I know I'm bad, but like I feel that much worse when I lose to players like that because I, in my head, the whole time I can't stop thinking, wow, this dude sucks. He's mad random. He's just mashing. He don't adapt. He's not thinking at all about what he's doing. And I'm thinking those things to myself. And like I'll have some rounds where I do the right thing, and then I'll just have a round where I let them just wild out and be mad random, or like I expect them to adapt and they don't, and they do the random shit that worked before, except I stopped it, and then they just hard-headedly did it again. And you know what I mean? Like we had that one round where we destroyed him, and then I was like, all right, bet maybe we can have a real fight now. And he was like, no, I'm gonna just do the exact same shit that just got me blown up 3 rounds straight, and just hope it works this time. And it did. And so now I'm mad at myself for that because he did that multiple times. And there are 2 things about me with fighting games that like I've been struggling with a lot and working really hard to improve. But it's one of those things where it feels like the harder I try to work at it, like the less progress I'm making, or like the more it's actually like inhibiting my ability to like improve. And those 2 things are, I feel like I have a really good ability and a really good eye for noticing trends in my opponent's behavior and patterns and knowing the adaptation that I need to make, but a failure to be able to do that in a timely manner and in, you know, the constraints of a set, especially in like a first to 2 or 3. So I feel like against players like that, I do a lot better in a longer set, but in a short set, I always lose to people like that more often than not, and that's really frustrating. And then number 2 is, how do I articulate this next part? I guess you can only chalk it up to pride or ego, right? That's all it really is. I mean, maybe there's another way of looking at it, but combating the feeling of this dude sucks, why am I losing, is so hard. Even when I know that I'm not that great either, I know how much more effort I'm putting in and how much more I'm thinking about things and how much I've, you know, practiced or studied or, you know, trained on certain aspects of the game. And it's just like certain people you fight and you know there's not a single thought in their head, they're just like pressing constantly, and then you lose and it's like, what did I do all that work for? What have I been trying so hard for if people who don't have a single thought behind their actions are consistently winning games? And it's just like a huge shot to like your self-esteem, your pride, and your ego in fighting games. And that's, you know, you just deal with that and you improve, right? You just got to get so good to where that doesn't happen, and you got to not have as much ego, I guess. But it's just fighting that feeling is so difficult. No, for sure, Heavenly, take it easy. Have a great day at work. Try to lose against someone like that, you feel like you got bested. It's not even like getting bested feels like, you know, they were better. I have a hard time not accepting that someone's better than me, but losing to someone who I genuinely believe isn't. And that's exacerbated or like exponentially increased by being a YouTuber or a content creator, right? By being a streamer and a creator, there are often times where you will come across a player who you don't think is all that great, or you don't think is as good as you, and then you'll lose. And if you express that, then you're just salty or a hater, or you can't admit when someone's better than you or something like that. And it's like, I don't have a problem admitting when somebody's better than me or accepting losses. I have a problem accepting losses against people who I genuinely don't think are better than me. But the only evidence, I guess, or the only mentality that a lot of people have is that if somebody wins, then they were the better player. And I just don't think that's always the case. But that's just how black and white some people see it. That player won, they were better. And I don't think it's just as simple as that. Yo, Zeph and Quill, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. It's all good though. It's just a game at the end of the day. We get over it, we move on, we try to get better. It's just in the moment, that feeling is so shitty. Unfortunately, getting walked on this game by someone worse isn't uncommon. Well, I mean, yeah, I think that's also, it's not even just this game. I think that's just modern fighting games in general. Like the design philosophy of like all recent fighting games, whether that's Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Dragon Ball Fighters, and how that game is right now. They are trying to reduce the skill gap as much as possible and make it so that players are on a more level playing field, regardless of their experience or skill level, right? They're trying to blur the line between like the lower level and the higher level. They make things more accessible. They make offense a lot easier to perform. And so what this does is create a more brutal playing field at the intermediate level, where you're stuck between like having a certain level of understanding and like you're practicing and genuinely trying to learn and improve and get good, and then players who are just kind of like flailing their way. And you can have a player who is more like myself, where it's like, you know, I'm not the best, but I'm trying, you know what I mean? And I practice and I study and I play a decent amount, I watch a lot. And but you can be like that and get to the skill level I am, for whatever that's worth or whatever level that is. But you can also get to the exact same point I am by like not doing any of that shit at all and just kind of flailing your way here. And that's what's frustrating, you know what I mean? It's like, I know the work I've put in, and I'm not Arslan Ash. It's not like I'm grinding this game every single day and like I have like this dedicated training regimen or anything like that, right? Nothing like that. It's not like I'm fucking Rock Lee with the shit, right? But I know the level of work and effort that I do put in to improving, and knowing that that has only gotten me to this point, which is a level that someone who does absolutely none of that can also get to by just kind of just like mashing and flailing blindly up to this point. You know what I mean? Played rank for 2 minutes, my blood is scorching. Sure, I'm down. I think this discussion could honestly be a pretty good video. You think so? guarantee many others feel the same way. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know how I would sit down and like outline that as a video, or like how exactly I would. Can I accept this from PS? No, I can't. You know, another thing that like also I'm being first, these are first world problems at this point, right? But another thing that sucks about being the level that I am in the game, which isn't just isn't good enough, but also being a creator or influencer and having the mentality that I do and like the perspective that I do, is that sometimes, and this happens decently often, I'll fight somebody and I'm like, damn, this guy is fucking garbage. And then they'll send me a DM or a tweet or a whisper or show up in chat like, hey man, GG's, that was me, love the videos. And I'm like, oh. Or like I'll be playing like quick matches like in my own time or something. I'm like, yo, this dude's a fucking idiot, bro. Like whether I'm winning or losing, right? Like sometimes I'll be the strongest, but I'll think to myself, this dude's so fucking stupid. And then they send me a friend request and I'm like,
bro, there was a time I was playing Marvel Rivals. And there was a nigga, this happened a lot actually, but at a particular time I was playing Rivals and we won the game, but somebody on my team played like really fucking bad, right? And so bad that they were a character, they were a DPS player, but they had more damage blocked than damage done. Meaning they got shot and died a shit ton and didn't hurt nobody else. And I was like frying this one guy in particular.
I don't even remember where I go to find my invitation. Community?
And then this nigga pops in my chat. It says, yo, bro, chill on me, fam. I tried my best. I was like, fuck, why did you say something? Now I feel like an asshole. Call me a bitch. Call me, like, tell me to die. Don't be like, hey, bro, I tried my best.
Wait, hold up. Good. Fucking Reina is now my character that shows up instead of Huarong. That's interesting.
Damn, I've been gone for a week, bro. And now this nigga is... So you have two guys? Is Huarong still Tekken King?
Yeah, he was Emperor, but I got demoted last time I played ranked.
Okay. Yeah. Ranks don't, you know, they don't. Ranks used to mean everything until I deranked. Now they mean nothing. No.
Bro said I do honest work. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I'm trying my best.
I do honest work. But
nah,
no, but
it'd be crazy because like you'll fight people who play like absolute fucking maniacs who have never played a fighting game in their life, and then they come in chat and all sweet, and it's like, let me be toxic.
I love playing against you, man.
Reina has more points than Huo. Nah, there's no way. I've played so much more Huarong than Reina, and I think I have a higher win rate with him than with her as well. So nice.
Yeah, bro, I played 2 games. No, I played 4 games of ranked. I won 2 and lost 2. Bruh. It was just that. What you just said. It's just losing the niggas that. I gotta get back in the Tekken flow, because like losing the niggas that I know I shouldn't will be the death of me. Like I'm aging. I lost 2 years of my life off 2 games I played today.
Nice, dog.
That's what I meant to do.
Well, that's not what I meant to do either.
What? Oh, that's so parry.
Word. Sometimes you say shit that's not really personal. Anything I say while playing a fighting game is not personal.
Oh yeah, but this is not me.
I just be mad at myself more than anything.
Just go take it out on you because you a bitch. But it's my fault. Yeah, because I don't mind this. I don't mind losing in this environment's fine. But playing against, like, I don't know, if you played Raven, bro, I'm probably gonna play against you. That shit just pissed me off too much.
That's another thing too. Tekken brings out a level of toxicity in me that I don't exude in any other game. It's just this, like, I get mad in other games. I like never really show it. Y'all be seeing my frustration in this game, and like I still be holding it back. Like after I lost that Kazuya earlier, but like this game actually makes me toxic.
Shit hurt, bro.
Nothing amazing.
Yo, Infamous J, thank you for the 7 months. I greatly appreciate it.
Everything is ordinary.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. Nice.
Something about fighting Rams and Tekken just brings rage. Well, I mean, because I think what it is that I think another part of it is that because I do actually play the game as much as I do, on top of watching it as much as I do and studying and everything, and also communicate with a lot of players who are far beyond my skill level, I think I have a lot more knowledge on the game and a much higher understanding than what I'm able to apply and what my skill level would indicate, right? There's so much more knowledge I have on the game than what I can do, you know what I mean? Like even when, like what we were saying earlier, like there's so many times where like I'm fighting somebody and it's like, oh, I can recognize the patterns that they're doing. I know, you know, how negative that is. I know what the punish is. I know how to make the adaptation, but like my hands just won't do it. You know? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like I know what I should be doing, what needs to be done, how to do it, and I just, you know, the hands just don't listen sometimes, and it just be like that. And yeah.
Nice. It's like hooping against a nigga that has like no technique, changeable, but this nigga cannot miss a shot for his life. Like he will not miss. His shot is ugly as shit.
Just throwing up dunk. Nah, we play against niggas like, or play with niggas like that in the rec. It's like, why the fuck would you?
That should not work.
And then it goes in.
It shouldn't work. Being rewarded for bullshit. Oh my god. Nice.
Round 3. Fight.
Wow, nice. That's crazy. Shit down. Nigga, oh my god. Nigga, weave the fuck out my shit. Ah!
Is that a Rouge the Bat costume? Yes, it is.
Fight.
That right. That is not what was supposed to happen there.
Fook.
I thought I did. Wow.
Okay. You know, this game is cooked when motherfuckers in Tekken God have 80 offense and 40 defense. That's another thing too, is that the game very much rewards and also encourages like a very insane level of mashing, where it's extremely common at Tekken King to see somebody who has like 50 defense, and it's just like that shit just should not be that way. Wow, that reached. Wow, that didn't get my Heaven's Wrath.
It's deceptively long.
That's another thing too. I'm always surprised by the range of normals in this game and strings. I'm just like, wow, that went really far, like a lot further than I expected. I don't know if it's just like I just have poor perception and like my spacing in this game is just ass, which it is, but like also I just like how much of that is also like, hey man, it's a little disconnected with like what you expect and like what reality is in this game.
Huh? Oh.
Word. Also, this is becoming one of my least favorite characters to fight, especially when I'm playing Huo. I just don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do against this character.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah.
He's a little unga bunga, I'm not gonna lie.
Win? Oh my god. I should have just jabbed, I guess.
Round 3.
He's also just been getting buffed every single patch, and I think he was
Really?
already, yeah.
What
I
they
think
changed?
I don't know what changed most recently, but
Gotcha.
I feel like every patch this character gets a little better.
Perfect time to come back.
Yo, the tracking has to go in this game, man.
Ow.
I should have been better. But yeah, no, like the I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah, the tracking in this game, like I've been playing, and I didn't feel this way about it nearly as much when I was playing it when the game came out. But like ever since I've come back, I'm just like, yo, why does every fucking move and every string in this game track so much to both sides? Like, what is actually the point of sidestepping anymore?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fuck, what's early? Damn it.
Steve is Reina's direct counter, so good luck. Oh, perfect. Both characters that I enjoy playing lose to this character. Love that for me. I'm just cranking it.
Oh. That, like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy as fuck.
I be getting robbed like that all the time.
Yeah,
Because
that's
what
crazy.
the fuck was that?
You know what's funny? I've done that like a million times with this character. That's the I remember doing. Yeah, that his what is that shit called? The 1-2 thing. The little like that. What is that called?
Sonic Fang.
Sonic Fang. Yeah, that Sonic Fang. That move. Oof. Honest conversations need to be had.
Shit wouldn't happen if they reduced the fucking tracking in this game.
Round 4. Fight.
That is some Tekken 8 shit right there, baby. Nice. Can somebody in chat give me a cliff notes on what they've changed about Steve since like probably the first patch they changed him? Because I haven't played since then.
Damn, bro. Everything I'm doing is whiffing. Everything this nigga's doing is reaching. Oh my god.
Everyone except Kotis. You know what? Fair play. You know what? Fair play.
So he does a get up kick. I block it and he's able to heat smash after getting his get up kick. I remember back in my day when get up kicks were punishable on block. Now they're safe, and so safe in fact that a nigga can get his block and do a heat smash before I can actually act. It doesn't help that I also did my heat smash. I was like, bet I'm gonna do something that's puts on block to force a mix up, and Reina's heat smash is fucking garbage. But like,
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
oh my god, when do the strings end?
When in doubt, 1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1-3. Nice side.
That's early.
It's funny because I think this is probably one of the people that I struggled against the most whenever I played this game. Was Reina.
Round 3. Fight.
Word.
Oh.
Cool. Love that.
Yeah, fuck Leo, bro. That character has been stupid since day one, to be honest. How does it feel?
You know what? It'd be like that when it be like that. Reina's low heat smash can be really good for mixing people up. Sure, but like it's punishable on block. You have to be in stance to use it, and like every other character gets a fast heat smash that either does a shit ton of damage and or gives them a mix up on block. I actually just think Reina's heat is like bad, but I'm also bad at the game, so. Whoops. Oh my god. Getting jabbed out of everything. Oh, you're so linear, Reina, why?
I missed the patch notes when his feet become Mr. Morale. It's the pop out, bro. It's Steve with the Compton. Perfect. 7 golden letters.
I hate heat smashes. You shouldn't get a damn near full combo from hitting one button, and you shouldn't be rewarded for getting it blocked. I mean, they're basically just like rage drives were in 7, so like I don't really mind that you can get combos from them, or even that you get a mix-up from them. I just think some of them are more overtuned than others. Like I think Kings is still too strong, Jin's is still broken. I deserve that.
Oh, really?
Word. That traded? Are you dead ass? Oh my god, the pushback. I can't punish anything, man. He's always out of range of my jab. It's gonna whiff. I love that for me. One day I'll play a character with some range and or some tracking. Not today, but one day. Whoops, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, wow, really? Uh-oh. Mama! This roller coaster is crazy, by the way.
Shit, fine.
Oh, nice. Nice. Fuck.
Sometimes Tekken just feels like a superhero game with all the comeback mechanics. Superhero game. I don't understand.
Really? Really?
It's gonna have to be like this, I fear.
Live by the tracking, die by the tracking.
Personally, I feel that Mishima should be a bit stronger than the rest of the cast, purely on the fact that they take so much technical ability to make work. I think the Mishimas are all really strong.
Yeah, pretty strong.
I would say I think all of them are really good, and they're not the hardest characters to play either. So I think they're in a good spot. Jin is like a
Who
top
would
5
you
character in the
say?
game, and he's, huh?
So no, finish your thought.
I was gonna say Jin's a top 5 character in the game. He's very far from being the top 5 hardest character. I'll tell you that.
True. So say, who do you think is the hardest to play?
The hardest character in the game?
Or just like in, not like one singular, but just like in general. Like the harder characters.
Kazuya, Huo. Well, so here's the thing. Okay, let me rescind this first of all, and we will walk back. The difficulty of these characters varies drastically depending on the level you are playing them at. I am sick and tired of hearing people talk about, oh, but my character's so hard and this character's so hard and the execution, this character's hard, and they're fucking Fujin rank. It does not apply to you. I don't care about how hard you heard Brian is if you're Fujin rank, because you're not doing the hard shit. The shit that's difficult to do is you're not using it yet. It doesn't apply to you. You don't even have to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing taunt gen upper, you're not using these taunt cancels, you're not conditioning your opponent and shit. You don't have to play the waiting game because everybody's mashing. You're scoring free counter hits for full wall carry into 50% combos every fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like when I hear people talk about how hard Brian is or how hard Steve is or how hard some of these characters are, I'm like, yes, but not at your level. This shit does not apply to you. Now, that being said, I feel like you have to make 2 different lists depending on that criteria. But if we're talking about actually playing the game at a high level or a competent level, then the list goes like, yeah, like Brian is pretty difficult. Nina, I think Huo is way more difficult than he gets credit for. Trying to think. Yeah, Lee's pretty difficult.
That makes sense. Yeah, I definitely hard agree, but we talked about this a lot whenever I was playing more actively, is the people that love to stroke how hard their character is, but they don't have to actually struggle.
I fucking low parried that. Kazuya spamming that mid counter hit. I mean, yeah, you look at the Kazuya players I fought today. Was anything that any of them niggas were doing difficult at all in the slightest? No.
Kazuya players all the damn same. Before like you get to a certain level, but like generally though, like statistically, them niggas always the same.
When we started on June, June is very easy. Like, and all the extremely easy characters, no matter the levels, like June, Asuka, Leo is really easy. Jack is pretty easy. King is stupid easy. Do you think that is specific to Tekken or a general fighting game thing where characters' ease of play changes depending on? I think that is a fighting game thing. But I think it's the worst in Tekken because I feel like Tekken players, more than any other community I've been a part of, use that shit as a crutch to talk about like their deficiencies or why their character needs buffs or whatever and whatever. And it's like, dog, you're not even like a highly ranked player. Like, that shit doesn't apply to you. And that goes for like tier lists and shit in general as well. Like, people always talk about tier list, but it's like, dog, like you're not that level of the game to where this applies to you. So it's not, you know what I mean? My opinion on Xiaoyu, I think Xiaoyu is very, very strong and not difficult unless you're playing her at the highest level. I think she's a character that like people are like, oh, but she's like a specialist character, she's like difficult. Yeah, only when you're playing her against actual good players, which most people are not. Wow, okay, that reached.
This is insane.
Who do you think took the bigger L last night? Millions of Americans singing A minor or the Eagles belt to ass against the Chiefs? Chiefs took the biggest L last night. That shit was nuts. It was good, Tendo.
But nah, yeah, bruh, that conversation is so like video game like universal, or car game was like with like comp involved at least, where it's just tier lists and how characters are measured and how good they are and so forth is so skill diff. Like,
Right, because you take a look at a character like Zafina, right? Zafina has one of the absolute highest win rates in the entire game, like top 3. Is she a top 3 character? No, but she's a very scrub stompy character that like most people will lose to when they don't really know what's going on in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like the tier list when it comes to like strength of the character, ease of use of the character, all that shit, it drastically varies depending on what level of the game you're talking about. Word. Word.
That's crazy.
Kind of like Shaheen. I think Shaheen is just strong at every level though. Yo, Mickey Johnson, thank you for the 500 bits. I think Shaheen is a very powerful character even after all the nerfs. If Omega were here, he'd be cooking you for that. We got Rouge the Bat costume at home, but me, I'll just say you got it. King shows top 5 contender and you have potential. I don't think Omega would have anything negative to say about this costume. I'm going to go ahead and on a limb and say that he would actually like it quite a lot. Does ease of use of the character make a difference at the highest levels? Yes, absolutely it does. There's a reason why so many people were picking Dragunov.
Dragunov.
You know what I'm saying? It's a combination of like this character is really strong and also he's extremely easy.
Yeah, it could be a mix.
Yeah. You know, and different players value things differently. Also, your skill as a player is going to play into who you pick. If you feel like I like this character or I think this character is really good, but I don't have the execution or the ability to utilize this character to its full potential, I'm probably going to pick the next best thing, right? Didn't really have to do that in this case. Like if you were somebody who like your character either wasn't in the game or wasn't that good, you're just like, well, I want to pick something strong. The obvious answer is to just play Drag because he was not only the best character in the game, but also one of the absolute easiest characters in the game. So it was just like a no-brainer, which should never be the case. You should never be like a top 5 character strength wise and then like bottom 5 or like top 5 ease of use wise as well. Like there's just, and I'm not saying that like, oh, every good character should be hard, but it's just like that was just egregious. Dragunov players are frauds. I mean, a lot of them are, but you know, a nigga like Ulsan or Atif, they not frauds. The niggas just nasty.
Niggas that like, yeah, play that character differently.
I thought it was a good idea to give him Sneak 4. Bro, Sneak 4 on top of Hatchet Kick, on top of fucking QCB 4, like on top of fucking Down 2 and Back 1+2. It's like the nigga already had an elite kit in the last game and they made it better. Full crouch low, yeah,
character.
Unbreakable throws, yeah, she's very stuffable. Okay. This game just does not like me. I'm trying to oh, tracking. That's not input. Yeah, no, there's sometimes I play a game and I can't help but think to myself, who in the absolute fuck designed this and thought that this was acceptable? Like I can't even imagine conceiving this and then being like, yeah, this makes sense. They nerfed Clive way too fast though. The nigga shouldn't be in the game in the first place. IMO.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Yo, Tenda, I got a serious question for you, by the way, pertaining to Lars. You ran with your hands behind your back in school? Fuck. I expected that fucking heat dash there, so I didn't punish. No, man. Lars hate is too forced. I think Lars love is forced. Let's talk about it.
Might need more Lars hate.
honestly. Now I genuinely don't know what niggas find in that character unless you are just a turbo weeb. It could be worse though. Like Lars, I could see how he appeals to a certain demographic that I could talk a lot of shit about, and I will, but I think I've done enough. But when you pick a character like Dragunov, I'm like, nigga, I don't know what the fuck you find interesting or fun or cool about that nigga at all. Unless you just love the feeling of like fighting niggas like they just fucked your wife. Like I don't really. Drag is cool. In what? Yo. In what respect? That nigga smokes black and milds. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. I don't understand, so explain. Like a Discord when you get the chance.
Dragunov is cool to niggas that never played Metal Gear Solid. He's got no aura. He's got no aura. He's got no aura.
What is this Pokemon thing you sent me? Oh. All right. Drag would claim to me. I mean, I agree. I think the nigga's outfit weak as fuck. His moveset weak as fuck. His combos got no sauce. I just, you know.
Oh, I did the default outfit. Oh, I have no aura.
No sauce.
I'm about to look like a bitch.
Where you swag at, nigga?
I lost it, bro.
Get ready for the next battle.
I'm about to be in here swaggerless. And he has swag. I know that character. Here comes this bum ass nigga. Take this British flag off my fucking shoulder.
Fight.
Come on. Bro, I don't even watch that show, and this skin is like immediately recognizable.
Oops.
Oh dear.
Yo, Tonics Plug, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream.
That's fair. No.
Why?
Oh dear. Fuck. Looks like my summer vacation is over. All right, hold on.
Which characters are in your top 3 coolest? To me, in this game? Well, obviously Huo and Reina, and then after that, maybe Brian. The problem I have with Brian, though, is that, like, Brian players are, like, Nazis.
To put it lightly, yeah.
No, I mean, like, legitimately. Like, they make costumes of, like, Brian dressed as, like, Hitler and shit. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
Like, what? And it's like, or dressed as the KKK and shit. Like, I don't... It's always the Brian players.
I have only seen Hitler Brian. This is true.
I ain't seen no other character get dressed up like that.
Me either. Never seen Hitler Steve.
Not facts. I ain't never seen Hitler. Whoa.
But I've seen on multiple occasions, actually, several different Brians that were
Same. I've run into multiple Brian players that are dressed up as like a KKK member or like Hitler and shit. Like I don't. Oh, connection timed out. That's weird.
Oh, oh man.